What's up, YouTube? Asian with Cards. I'm Miguel here, and he played. What'd you play?
What's up, guys? Played Kashtira, Fiendsmith, Azamina today.
Got sheets.
Yeah, right, sheets here. And yeah, got first place. First day playing the deck. Just a quick little backstory on the deck. Obviously, this is inspired off the YCS build that a lot of the guys were playing over the weekend at Bologna. The Kashtira Fiendsmith. So obviously this is heavily inspired by that, but I hadn't seen Tony in a minute, but I was actually playing like a Kashtira Fiendsmith Scareclaw build for a while. So it was actually really similar to that before any of those guys even played it at the YCS over the weekend. So it's got a little bit of that in it. But you guys will see, I kind of got my own twist on it. But in any case, let's jump right in. We'll start with the Kashtira engine. 3 field spell. Obviously this is just to facilitate, seeing Fender and Unicorn as much as possible. As you can see, we max out on these. They're just the best cards. Like, ideally, you want to see one of these in every single starting hand. So, I think there's not too much to say on maxing out those pieces. Note terraforming. Don't want to play around Droll, and we're not going full out on Kashtira. So, and then just something a little bit different that a lot of the other guys weren't playing. Obviously, the 1 birth, that makes sense. Nothing to say there. But there was a couple cards I'm missing. This isn't exactly like what everyone else was playing, so I wanted to add these cards as well for a little bit extra push, a little bit extra follow-up, and I think it worked well, so we got these 3. Next is the Fiendsmith engine, just kind of like the OG classic here. Obviously, I really should be playing Lacrima. One of my friends was supposed to bring it today, and he didn't bring it, so we made do without it. And obviously it worked well, I think, but ideally you want to be playing at least 1 Lacrima, and most of the guys were playing 3, so I definitely want to test out with those ratios, but hey, today it worked with just these, so.
Because I feel like you can still do the combo without the
Lacrima. Yeah, you can still do the
combo.
combo. The only thing is, like, maybe, like, you don't really have a normal summon without Lacrima, maybe you lack a little bit of the follow-up, you can't bring out a monster on their turn, but at the end of the day, not the most impactful thing, but I'll definitely change that once I get a hold of the Lacrimas. And then the part that I kind of put my own spice on it was the Azamina stuff. So obviously 3, 3, and this was also kind of to make up, like, the bigger ratios here to make up for like the lack of Lacrima. So like maybe I would have cut one of these. In any case, so this is the Azamina engine. I'm sure everybody kind of is familiar with this. The difference I think I'm playing is the Debtors. Debtors is awesome because it does the same thing as Hallowed on turn 1. It lets you get out your Omni Negate, etc. But the second effect is not on the same turn, but you can banish it from grave and reborn any Azamina. So the idea is you put out Ilia Sylvia, the Omni Negate, turn 1, and then turn 3, when you get your turn back, you just banish this and bring it right back for an Omni Negate before you start playing turn 3. So yeah, pretty sick. It worked out a lot. And then obviously if you draw multiple, it's not bad either. It's just an extra extender. So I don't know. I like these cards. They're fun to play with. And then next we just have hand traps, and I think not too much. Obviously you got to play those. That's nothing to say there. The 2 best hand traps. And then everything else is a 2 of. I feel like I liked all these enough, but not enough to play 3 of them, and I like the versatility. So obviously the idea with this deck is you want to play as many hand traps as possible. So yeah, this is what I landed on. I don't have impulses. I don't have purge. So this is
no
what
more
we worked with. Yeah, I don't have Fuwaloses, so
this is budget.
Yeah, this is budget. This is what we played, and hey, it works. That's it's like 14 hand traps, so I like that ratio, at least for locals. Yeah, let's go over the extra deck quickly. Again, this is not optimized. I threw this. This is my first time playing it. I threw it together real quickly before the tournament, so let's quickly go over the extra deck. This is a Fiendsmith stuff. 2 of these makes a lot of sense because Fiendsmith is more of it's like a more focal point for this deck, so I think 2 of these make sense. I really should be playing 2 sequence as well, but I couldn't find the second one today, so that'll probably change. And then this guy facilitates OTKs. When Fiendsmith is a more focal point, you really need this card. It's really, really good going second. Came up a couple times today, so yeah, not too much to say that. I think that's pretty straightforward.
You play the Fusion?
Yeah. Okay. I'll get to the Fusion here in a moment. Let's just get through the link. Obviously, Little Knight, yeah, nothing to say there. Gotta play that. And then the Fusions, obviously, Desiree, card's insane. Necroquip, play that. Yeah, I really don't think there's too much to say here, right? Like, if you're not playing Fiendsmith, if you're not playing those cards, so why not? And then the Azamina package, the Omni Negate, Ilia Sylvia. I think everyone knows this card. Not too much to say here. This one, really good going second. The idea is, like, this is your target if you're going second off of the Azamina cards. And this one just targets 1 and sends it to grave on summon. And it's really big. It's like 27 attacks, so yeah, good card. Then we got our Xyz monsters. We'll just lay them all out. Got 4 self-explanatory Fiendsmith engine. We're playing cash cards, obviously in Kashtira. I think Typhon, not too much to say here, right? Like, we're kind of playing an Xyz deck, so like, you know, you might as well. It's also a really good card. And then this, I felt like this was, obviously, aside from Shangri-La, I felt like this was the best rank 7 at the disposal. Really good going second, you know, not a once per turn, so I think like, it's either this or Big Eye, right? And I think this one probably a little bit better than Big Eye, so we played that. And then just the last card, never came up once today, but I figure since we're playing cash cards, I got the level 3 tuner hand traps. Maybe this will come up, but it really didn't today, so who knows? Maybe that's the French card that gets cut for something else. But
You play Zeus?
no Zeus in this deck. It just feels like Kashtira is there, but it's kind of more of like the supplemental engine, you know. And the cash cards are so good on their own. I feel like you really don't need Zeus. Like, and if you make Zeus, that's not ideal anyways. You're not in a good position if you had to make Zeus. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. Yeah, that's the deck, and I'll just quickly go over the extra deck here. I think, you know, I really like these cards. Going second, why not? If you know anything about me, I'll never play without these cards. My favorite going first cards. I don't have Fuwalos, but I have these, so, you know, you play them. Let's see, the third Droll, the third Nib. For going second, in case you need it, right? I like to have these. Called by for going first, you know, maybe some matchups going second, you know, don't want to get hit by the Perilias, etc., hand traps, why not play it? And then just a little bit of spice, so the Mu Resiglio, I think a lot of people are familiar with this card, searches Azamina or Simpler Spoils, and then the Hollowed, which I think a lot of people are familiar with, and then the Morian, which people are probably not familiar with. So what this card does is, it's just a Book of Moon for any special summon monster, but the second effect is if you control a level 5 or higher illusion monster, you can set it from grade. So I'll just really quickly show you. I have these cards on the side, I put them in going first. So you guys saw I play the wanted cards, and the idea was I just wanted a little bit more value on top of the Omni Negate, especially when I know I'm going first. So in any ways, activate that, you search your Black Witch, pitch anything, right? You activate and you set your Deception, and you side out Debtors, and you side these in. So now you search Tribute, search Hallowed, you Tribute, this should look familiar. Oops, sorry, yep. You make Riglio, this searches this, shuffle back, add back Hallowed, activate Hallowed, send this, summon your Omni Negate, and then this effect, add back from grave. So again, it's nothing too crazy, it's nothing special, but when I'm going first, I get the Omni Negate plus a Book of Moon on top of it. So that's my idea behind that, you know, that portion of the deck there. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
So you know what you played against, your matchup?
It was Tempai, Labyrinth. I played the mirror match against another Fiendsmith Kashtira deck.
Was it Sergey?
No, it was David. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I'm blanking on the other right now. But yeah, you know, fun deck.
It was Sam. Did you play against Sam?
No, I didn't play Sam.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the profile.
Yeah, thanks, man.